On time for an epic story of bravery, mateship and fish flakes. All makes sense. 27 years ago, a little boy's life was changed forever with a screening of the movie Jaws. That little boy is now our roving reporter, Robbo. So we sent him out to face his fears.
As the Studio 10 reporter, I've done and seen some pretty scary things. But now, I'm about to face my greatest fear. No, not that. With 300 razor-sharp teeth, 2,000 kilograms of muscle, and on top of the food chain, the great white shark sends a shiver down my toothpick of a spine. But to understand how absolutely terrified I am of these predators, we need to do what we call in the biz a flashback. The year was 1986. Bob Hawke was Prime Minister, and I had just discovered Kylie. Yes, it was an innocent childhood until I decided to watch Steven Spielberg's 1978 film Jaws. I can't quite put my finger on what scared me so much. Perhaps it was the way the monster shark dragged people to their watery graves? Or perhaps it was how short Constable Brodie's shorts were. Either way, I'd entered a life of fear. Nothing would be the same. Swimming in the pool with friends? No thanks. Baths? Forget about them. Yes, it was a tumultuous time for young Robbo, but now, 27 years later, I'm finally going to regain that little part of me that Spielberg ripped away, like a great white shark tearing off a limb. It was time to take my place in the circle of life. And the only place to do that was Port Lincoln, South Australia.
There's one thing in life you can count on, and that's television graphics to never lie. I have arrived in Port Lincoln, South Australia, which is only one of 2 places in the world that you can dive with great white sharks. And I'm going to be doing that in this cage here that has a hole in it. No, I need another cage. I'm not doing it in this one.
If I'm gonna eat somebody, it might as well be you.
I boarded the vessel and this coming-of-age story was underway. Our destination? The Neptune Islands, a 2.5-hour boat ride deep into the Great Australian Bight.
Now, to put things in perspective, these are the jaws of a great white shark. Now, I'm looking at this and probably thinking maybe 4.5 metre. You know what? I wouldn't even touch the sides.
It was a long and arduous trip as the mighty Calypso carved its way through shark-infested waters. I was scared, really scared.
Okay, well, this is a pretty big step for me because in almost 25 years, this is the closest I've ever come to the ocean. Normally, I put a bit of sea salt spray in the hair and watch a bit of Bondi Rescue, but today, it's time for me to stand up. The panel have set me a challenge to conquer and face my fears and get back in the water with great white sharks. If Alison Langdon can do it, I can do it too. I can't do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to get in it.
That's scared.
Yes, I'm not going to get in the cage. I'm sorry. Well, maybe I'll get file vision or something, but I'm not getting in the cage. I'm not doing it. Sorry.
But Grant Denyer did it.
What?
Grant Denyer did it for Sunrise.
Okay. One sec.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Denyer. It's Robbo.
Hey, Robbo. What can I do for you?
They want me to do a shark dive story, but I don't know if I should. Do you think I should?
It's an easy one, Robbo. Look, if you want to do prime time, mate, all I can say is you got to get in the water. You do.
Oh, prime time. Okay, yeah. The real winner is television.
Beautifully said, Robbo.
You're the best, Mr. Denyer. Thank you. Bye.
Love you.
Grant's words of wisdom couldn't have come at a better time. We'd arrived, and the bait was set.
Wait for it, Robbo's story has a surprise ending. We'll have that a little later here on Studio 10. Are you ready for it?
Brave.
So brave.
Very brave. Is that the surprise?
Spoiler alert.
Okay.
G'day, folks. Welcome back to Studio 10 all over Australia. Thanks to Evergreen Tours, a world of discovery. And isn't it just...
Welcome back. Well, earlier in the show, we brought you the epic first part of Robbo's shark dive. Now the big climax. Let's take a look.
Previously on Robbo and the Great White Shark, Robbo watched Jaws as a child and never quite got over it. So he decided to come face to face with his biggest fear, the Great White Shark. He ventured deep into the Great Australian Bight, where he had a panic attack and rang Grant Denyer. And that's pretty much it so far. I wish they'd hurry up and get to the bloody sharks.
All right, let me paint the scene for you. If you can remember in Jurassic Park when they put the goat out for the T-Rex and waiting for him to attack.
Where's the goat?
That's what's happening now. We've put a little bit of dead fish in the water and the sharks, they're lurking around and we're just waiting for them to take the bait.
The men were chumming the water, but still no shark. So I thought I'd give them a hand. And just like magic, the cage was set adrift. And like lambs to the slaughter, the divers began to enter.
Now, if you had to surrender an appendage or something on your body for the shark, which would you choose?
Probably just the foot, something easy.
Yep,
something
just the
small.
foot.
Just
Yep.
small. Yeah.
Anything else small?
Just the other foot if I could.
Yeah, right, the other foot, yeah.
that's important.
My dive was quickly approaching. But first, I had to chat with the boat's skipper and shark expert Andrew for a sophisticated, in-depth discussion about these magnificent creatures.
Andrew, Shark Week on Discovery, is that basically porn for you?
Okay, I'll be serious.
Now, Andrew, I love South Australia as much as the next guy, and clearly the sharks do too. What makes these waters so attractive to them?
Mate, over on the island just behind us, there's the best part of 40,000 New Zealand fur seals that call these islands home.
Yep.
So sharks are here to find them as well.
Now, Andrew, I'm sure it's a small chance, but what happens if one of them gets in?
In the cage, never going to happen.
Okay, guarantee?
Safe as houses.
What if it's a little one? It could get into the little... There's a hole in that one. I see it. It's massive.
No. There's no getting out of it. You're going in and you're going to love it.
Oh, okay. I'm going in and I'm going to love it. Well, this is it. It's the moment of truth. I'll go in that cage as a boy and come out either a man or a mutilated piece of meat. Let's do this. Oh my goodness, that was easily one of the coolest and most exciting things I have ever done. I was in the water with a great white shark. This is amazing. I faced my fear, I got in that water, and I showed that great white who was boss until it came right up close to me and I got too scared and I had to squeal a little bit, it was okay. 3 rounds, yeah. Where did I can't even talk for a minute.
And just like that, it was gone. The fear that had hung around my neck like a bad Quicksilver necklace from 1995 was no more.
Well, for the briefest of moments today, I shared the ocean with not one, but 9 great white sharks, and it is something that I will never forget. A massive thank you to Calypso Star Charters for getting us out here, and everyone at South Australia Tourism. And if you're thinking of doing it, then you definitely should, because it is an experience that will change your life forever.
Robbo for facing his fears. Would you do that, Aisha?
No.
Jess?
Definitely
No
not.
way! I'd vomit. I wouldn't.
I wouldn't do it, but I would wear a Quicksilver necklace.
From 1995.
Exactly.
Jimmy?
Didn't your hubby do it when he
He
wasn't
did
meant to do it?
in South Africa.
And you told him, don't do it?
Don't do it, because I had a newborn, but he had to do it just to face his fears with
How
white
did he
sharks
say?
in South Africa. He said it was extraordinary.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely amazing.
That cheeky bastard.
I know.